routine. Do these invites. Get these out the way right quick. We about to talk about the Stafford Act. And we about to ask people about checking military connections. For the next phase, I don't think the Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marines is allowed to participate. Okay, so there's something called the Stafford Act, 1988, that activates emergency response. Peace, people, peace. Come on in here. I'm talking about the Stafford Act. I had to start with the Stafford Act of 1988 because that's how they passed the baton over to FEMA from the fallen government. So remember, they've been telling y'all about continuity of government. I'm talking about continuity of government, NORAD, continuity of government. When we've been passing these executive orders for continuity of government, this executive order is to strengthen the infrastructure for the continuity of government. Why in the fuck is they prepping us for the continuity of government shit, right? They prepping y'all so when you hear it, it won't be foreign to you. That's called desensitization. So they want y'all to be desensitized from the term, so when you hear it, you won't really be paying attention to what process is taking place. So you become numb to the processes. And so when you hear, it's just like if you always say something every day, you telling somebody, tomorrow I'm gonna have $1 million. Tomorrow I'm gonna have $1 million. When you finally get $1 million, they gonna be so like, yeah, okay, whatever. But when you show them the $1 million, they're gonna be like, holy shit, you talked yourself up on $1 million. So they gotta activate the psyche. It's a mind game. All this shit is a mind game. Activate the psyche to activate the continuity of government to activate FEMA. Now, how do Mother Nature compel them motherfuckers to move? She give you a disaster. Most of the heart shit around the world been turned off since 2017, but most of the people not aware of that. And CERN is not really running. They just telling y'all it's running because they had to close the portal. It's closed the age. They can't be letting people siphon the energy off and double back on their ass again. That's how they got fucked over the last time. So CERN is not really functioning, but they telling you it is. Just like Wall Street is not really functioning, but they telling you it is. You know, they got, fake trading going on. They got these bankers, paying motherfuckers cashing out just so they can keep the charade going. And you got this fake political system. DC closed. That motherfucker permanently closed. IRS is gone. The Federal Reserve is done with. All of the motherfuckers that was over here operating in a de facto capacity has already been served eviction. So yesterday when I posted the shoot to kill order on the Khazarian Mafia, the reason why I posted that, because it's a clock, it's a timer. It's telling you how critical the timing is. Whether the information in there is true or not becomes irrelevant, but the fact checkers ain't fact checked it yet. So that tell you something about that shit got to be valid, because the fact checkers ain't putting their artificial fact check on it. Why they ain't fact checking that shit? right? Why they ain't saying the context is wrong or any of that shit that they be putting under flagging all of the information? Y'all got to pay attention to how they treat the information to determine the level of importance it is to know it, whether you deem it valid or not. If these motherfuckers remember, they killed one of my channels, got all my data that I got to go through a whole bunch of red tape to get back, videos and posts. But then I got the other channel. I can't even go live on that motherfucker, so I got to do all my lives over here. And I put something up about the Khazarians. And these is the known motherfuckers, the JDL motherfuckers that was stalking all of the celebrities and extorting them out of money, and the ones who didn't comply got murdered. They murdered Otis Redding. They murdered Sam Cooke. You know, they murdered Jimi Hendrix. They murdered Janis Joplin. Talking about they OD. Most of them so-called ODs fucking artificial overdoses. We call them in the hood a hot shot. But y'all don't be knowing about that shit. Look, I've been around drug addicts, and I know these motherfuckers know how much dope to use. And they gonna use the amount necessary because they want to stretch that shit as far as they can. They not just gonna keep loading up on it. Heroin don't work like that. Right? That's how you do cocaine. Cocaine got what you call a guerrilla attack, hit and run. When you hit that motherfucker, it run your meter up, then it drop your meter back down. And it don't take long. An average cocaine high don't last 5 minutes. A heroin high lasts hours. That's why they switched up the choice of addiction that they wanted us to have. Under heroin, we was producing motherfuckers like Miles Davis, Billie Holiday, and motherfucking Gil Scott-Heron, the Jimi Hendrix. We producing people that's using the substance like a true vice lord, like a true person that's a lord of their vice. And they using it to spur them into alternate ways of looking at the world so they can indulge their creativity. And so they was giving them substances, but it didn't have the desired effect for oppression. It was what you call an ineffectual drug for oppression. It actually bred militancy in the addict. So when you listen to the addicts, the heroin addicts, poetry, they little essays they write, that shit be militant than a motherfucker. Cause they got an automatic built-in 24/7 attitude with that dope. As long as they high, they gonna come from the place of anger. So you have to learn how to read what they saying from the place of anger so we can use that emotional anger to our advantage. Cause the motherfucker mad, he sees some shit another motherfucker ain't gonna never see. Right? So the Stafford Act is the act passed to institute the continuity of government and the emergency relief for the people. Now remember, they just had a hurricane, Ian came through here. They got another one on the way. They got the tide still ain't came back in mass yet, because them motherfuckers coming. All of this shit about to happen at the same time they putting the national, this is what we want, this is what I want somebody, if you got somebody in the National Guard, tell them to keep their ear to the ground for this one. Because I'm trying to see something. But they say that they starting to put alerts on National Guard members because, domestic affairs, you can't use the military. You have to use the National Guard. That's their job. And unless we got invaded, a full-fledged invasion from somewhere, the National Guard job is to police the people. Anybody come in other than them, they might get dealt with. So the National Guard is supposed to be reinforcing their locations so that they can come out. And the plan is to, I don't know, it's going to be 30 minutes. I don't know if it's going to be 30 or 90 days. I don't know what the time frame, but they say that it's coming soon. It's supposed to be 2 weeks. So they're saying stock up for 2 weeks. I'm watching this shit, and it look like it's about to happen. All of the signs of the last little push of labor is at the helm. So I guess we one disaster away. The next hurricane could do it. A tidal wave could do it. Another earthquake could do it. Anything can start implementing those FEMA transitional teams into the areas. All that government shit is a show. It's a charade. It's a shit show. It's not a good one either. I'd rather watch one of them Olympus Has Fallen. There's a more interesting political drama than the one that's playing out. This is like watching paint dry. This shit is so, I mean, like, how do you have your press secretary doing a live Q&A, never leave the podium and change clothes 2 and 3 times, and nobody fucking notices this shit? So this is the people we dealing with is the ones that's not noticing that simple shit, right? You got the Joe Biden with the earlobe start the motherfucking interview off. These motherfuckers switching to the tiny ear Joe Biden, and y'all never notices it. The people don't notice that shit. They be switching them up in real, like in the middle of the same news broadcast. They switch the motherfucker from one screen to another screen and nobody notice it. They just be playing with y'all. Like, how dumb can these people be? Well, they taught us. So, if we dumb, they taught us well. That's one thing. I'm just like, I don't understand why people don't see this shit. So, once the Stafford Act or the state of emergency is drawn, or the disaster relief is drawn out, and the FEMA is activated, this is going to be, if it's a national FEMA activation, we ain't going back to the charade no more. The gig would be up. So, that's what we dealing with. And they still ain't talking about those cities in Florida with the bodies that was floating down the street, smelling up the community and shit. They still ain't talking about that in the news. So I don't know. I'm only getting that from people that's in Florida saying it. I don't know if it's true. I ain't in Florida. Yeah, this whole system, they are cashing out because they can sell their catalog, get the money for it now. Because when the system turn around, they going to automatically be restored the rights to the product that they created. All that shit. Everybody got to get what they earn. You can't take nobody's... that's why they doing it. They dumped them catalogs because the taking the control from the majors. Sony's and... all them motherfuckers that's running the shit. Arista, Sony, Warner Brothers. So if the artists ever want to they have to dump those catalogs so that they can't be lucrative for the falling company once they get rid of them. Once all of the artists get rid of them and they reproduce the product on their own. Re-record their recordings, it kills the motherfuckers. Now you sitting there holding some worthless shit because you can't even do nothing with it because they re-recorded it, you dumbasses. So the artist is getting hip to the loophole that if they reproduce the product after they leave sever with the company, that they can always claim the original creation. And the company only got a duplicate at that point because whichever one is with the artist is the original. The artist is the originator, so whichever one he has is the original. And if he changed 1 or 2 instruments, they fucked. Because now they passing off what you would call a forged copy. because the artist is the product he putting out is the original, because the artist is the originator. You got secondhand property from when he had a producer producing the copy, but the original stays with the artist because it's part of who the artist is. We need to stop these motherfuckers from stealing one way or another. We teach these some bitches a lesson. I'm telling you, motherfuckers ain't dumb as we used to be, and we ain't dumb as they think. Just because we talk with a country drawl don't mean we won't pop that ass with the facts. Right? So I'm thinking about doing a original setup of the Moorish Science Temple, because what we missing in today's civics understanding is the original structure of the Moorish Science Temple, and in the relationship between Noble Drew Ali and the legal fiction. The legal fiction was never supposed to put nobody under the jurisdiction, but somebody backdoored them. So I'm thinking about going over the structure and how it worked, but I'm thinking about which references I want to use for the lecture. Because once you understand the structure of tribe and that the organic people, anytime we set up a structure, ours is superior because we de jure. We the rightful motherfuckers to administer government over here. They only over here by treaty agreement. Now their treaties are expired and we've already told them that it's time to kick rocks. So if the treaties are all expired and then they couldn't extend them any longer for non-performance because they can't find a treaty in the books that they kept up one agreement. Everything they ever agreed to, they went back on it. From the Constitution, when they created the second Constitution to undermine the first Constitution, had us operating in a bipartite system, a two-tier system that was already part of a three-tier system, right? Now, they got us believing that Washington, D.C. got anything to do with us. It's a foreign enclave. That's an embassy. So somebody who had parked over here in the embassy and was doing business like they ran this bitch. Because nobody over here was telling them, you know, you can't do this or you can't do that, because none of our people understood what was going on. So when we go back and look at the historical record, you see what they did. The first thing they did was gave us the Bible. Then they taught us how to read. They language, though. They taught us how to speak English. They language. So all that shit was a well-orchestrated trap. In law, it's this thing called style and title. When you're talking about the person, the representation of the person in its rightful written form, right? So when they tell you about the United States of America in all caps, is not United States of America of we the people with the capital U, the capital S, and the capital A, and the rest lowercase letters in what we call italicized script. That's not the same people, but they lead you to believe that they're the same entity. As long as you believe they're the same entity, you're not questioning their authority or their jurisdiction. And as long as jurisdiction don't come up, proceedings don't stop. But when jurisdiction come up, no matter what venue or nexus of law, everything got to stop till that shit is certified. So how can you establish a jurisdiction over a legal fiction by holding the legal person or de jure person, the sovereign, in reprisal for what you saying the legal fiction did? Make it make sense. So you holding me for what you saying that the legal fiction did, right? All of it was weaponized to oppress us. None of this shit was accident. When I be telling y'all shit, none of this shit is an accident. They did this shit on purpose. To make us suffer was their death oath. They had a death oath to make our labors hard, our work pay off little, and our struggle be great. That was a motherfucking agreement. That was part of the feather versus fez philosophy. Is it to go, who's going to win? The morals or the dogma? The ones who follow the moral code are the one who gets stuck chasing motherfucking dogmatic pursuits. You know? The dog is just sniffing out the bunny and the bunny gone down the hole. But the reality of it is fuck that rabbit and fuck that hole. Right? I own the whole goddamn field that the hole is in. Right? So it's like that. We are not paying attention to so much shit. I'm like, God damn. I know I'm not that much smarter than these people out here because they got all A's and I got D's and C's and E's. So I know I ain't the smartest motherfucker. This motherfucker smarter than me out there that can see this shit better than me. Somebody just scared to talk. Somebody just scared to talk. I ain't got no problem telling y'all what's going on. My only problem is I don't want to do the work for a bunch of motherfuckers that don't want to do the work for themselves. Nobody had no idea to try to get themselves from under the oppressor. Everybody was go along to get along. Cause you thought them motherfuckers was right. When you find out they not even right. They not in the right. They not right. They not on the right side. Everything they do is wrong. To oppress us. It's all been weaponized to oppress us. Right? I had a Q drop. The Q drop, I'm gonna post it. Check my posts after I get done with this commentary right here because it was a Q drop with Yakub. And it's telling you in the Q drop what Enlil wanted and what Enki wanted. Enlil didn't never want the human to wake up. Enki wanted them to see it because he knew that the creation was going to surpass the creator. It's a Q drop, literally, or one of those. It was either a Q drop or a Truth Social, and they got a drawing of the big head scientists, and they say, let me introduce you to the creator of humankind. And then it goes into all of that shit. Now, there's one thing missing, though. One thing missing. I just thought about it. When they talking about it, they never called him Yakub. That's one thing that's missing. And they never tell you that they was creating you to wake up at the close of the age and realize your highest potential is possible with self-discipline. Right? Don't take sides in that shit. Two motherfuckers fighting, just don't take sides. Right? Especially that's like there's 4 siblings in the house, 2 of them get in the fight. Why are we taking sides? Break that shit up. Right? Or let them rumble. And then when they get done, they're going to be huffing and puffing, and 2 hours later, they're going to be playing again. We're not paying attention to how we learn. We're not paying attention to warfare. We're not paying attention to psychological operations. The psychological operations I can understand because that's like a specialized field of study. And everybody can't unravel that shit because you got to get psychology, then you got to understand psychological profiling and how psychological profiling is derived from the psychological makeup of the different people. The psychological makeup generates the certain character types that make you predisposed for certain things when you taught certain information. They knew all this shit about you and we didn't. We ain't know none of that shit when my mama was little. We ain't know about no Carl Jung. We ain't know about no motherfucking Albert Einstein until we heard the name, but we ain't really know nothing about quantum physics, metaphysics, quantum mechanics. There ain't know nothing about the occult sciences. The shit Blavatsky talk about, the average motherfucker not finna go do just her book reference alone, that the companion to the secret doctrine to make 99% of us not want to ever try to write that book. They're gonna never try to write that. That ain't even got nothing to do with Isis Unveiled. Because if we had to go write that book and we have to go do all of the research she did, 99% of us not gonna do it. You need somebody with a peculiarity for information, with a certain artistic pursuit of that information, like me. Somebody they said was retarded. That's going to go that extra mile to put the pieces to the puzzle together, to put together a seminal work like The Secret Doctrine, Isis Unveiled, or like the works of Harold Percival. 90% of y'all never heard of Harold Percival, right? I'm not going to even get into his information because we got Rudolf Steiner coming off of the Theosophy and coming into Scientology, coming put anthroposophy together. Then you got just Dianetics alone. It's billed as the user's manual for the mind, and it's been airing on the TV since the 80s, and very few of us that look like us ever picked the book up to examine the contents, to determine the context of the information, to find out if it's of any valuable use. And we are dispensing with a valuable research tool in the original book, Dianetics. The rest of that shit, some bullshit, except for the magazines was out cold that they was putting out in the early 2000s, the late 90s. I wrote a couple articles, well, in the mid 90s, going into the 2000s. They had a magazine, I forgot the name of it, but I had wrote a couple of articles based off certain stuff they was writing in there about the history of psychology, you know. Then you had Manly P. Hall. Manly P. Hall was the Masonic keeper of records. So everything he said, every book that he put out, every lecture he did, he dropping mad fucking jewels as to what the motherfuckers is doing and how to read the shit they doing. But we not gonna read that shit. I read all of the Maurice Doreal Temple of the White Brotherhood. I read all that material. Right? That shit out cold. But those are pamphlets. You would probably get us to read them. He also translated Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Right? And so Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe. Hey, we had a teacher named Mr. Foote. His first name was Joe, and we used to tease him and call him Old Joe from Kokomo, got potatoes from Idaho, and we used to call him Uncle Joe and think it was funny as hell. That was, I don't know why we had a couple of, my father had a couple friends named Joe we called Uncle Joe, but that was always some funny shit to us. Yeah. We finna kill that system. They don't want to get an artist they shit. So, fuck it. Make that shit be worthless. She's talking about the baby showing his real alien form. None of that shit surprised me. They got a lot of motherfuckers that look human that ain't human. Some of them is in disguise and some of them just look like us, but they ain't like us. Yeah, the Scorpio and Taurus eclipse. Let me pin it. Hayes Jr. in here. That kind of threw me back to see another Hayes pop up on my He's looking like my little brother too. Where you at? Let's see what these questions is. Look, somebody said explain the Scottish Rite in different degrees. The Scottish Rite is called it's represented by the plaid of the Scottish kilt um, on the crest, and the Scottish Rite is the red house, which is the blood rights. So it's coming in off of when you say the red house, you're talking the mother line, which is the right to inherit, comes through the mother line, the wealth. The Blue Lodge is the father line, York right, which is the rulership right, which represented by the trident. The trident, the double trident, is the rulership right from both sides of the family. A good example of what I'm talking about is the tattoos that the wrestlers call the head of the table, Roman Reigns, and the Usos, right? When you look at the twins, they got both sides tattooed. But if you look at Roman Reigns and if you look at The Rock, they both got one side tattooed because they half-breeds. They can only get the inheritance for one side of the family. The other side of the family have to give them the cultural equivalent of the blessing from that side of the family. So you'll see one of them have a full Samoan sleeve, but he might have a Harley Davidson tattoo on his other arm because his other clan might be bikers, you know? Or he'll put the signature Hell's Angel wings or something like that on there. But, or whatever the club is that they represent, they'll use blood and ink. That's how they have, that's a biker wedding. Tattoos is involved. And it's a blood rite, a blood ritual to tie families together. And it's blood and ink. That's a biker wedding. You have other ones that is paint and ink, where you got to get a whole body sleeve or something, like the triads, right? When you get the full cover, that's because you had to go through all of that, endure all of that tattoo. And it's the same with the culture, is the same South Pacific and Samoan and Tongan islands with the tattoos. But none of that tattoo shit don't mean nothing when that lady come with the slipper. They know what I'm talking about. When she come with that motherfucking slipper and raise that motherfucker up, all shit stop until she say what need to be said. Period. And that's Big Mama. They call her Big Mama in they language. You know, different languages around the world. But when the matriarch come out and raise that slipper up here it might be something different according to the tribal tradition. But you know, it's something that mama say or mama does that everybody say, holy shit, we done fucked up. Everything stopped. In the islands, it's that slipper. Big mama hold that motherfucking slipper up, everybody stop. That's the equivalent of a motherfucker in England holding a scepter, a royal scepter. Fuck that scepter though. That scepter is not tied to an earth right. The difference between manufactured implements and how we were over here is how we tie to nature is what values we held closer. So no matter what lifestyle we live, our link with nature, our ability to communicate with nature was always our greatest asset. So they didn't let the brother in, try the other one. So Once you start tuning back into nature.
In the world, who you gonna go to and complain?
Hey, what's going on, God?
Supreme, Aunt Rod, Supreme. How you doing, Aunt Rod?
I'm good,
Oh
baby.
man,
I'm
hold
good.
on,
What's
cuz.
going on with
Man, I'm just breathing, man. Doing the best I can when I can, Aunt Rod.
you? Hey, look, as long as you do the best you can, that's
Mm-hmm.
all you can do.
You're right.
Anybody expect you to do better than the best you can is a damn fool, and they setting you and themselves up for failure.
Correct.
You know?
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
you do the best you can, but the goal is to always try to be better tomorrow than you was today. That's it. That's
Right.
all you can ask for. I
Right.
could only lift 300 pounds yesterday. I could lift 301 today. That's an improvement. That's all I could do.
Correct. You
You
made
know?
that one step.
Yeah.
Yep. No matter if
So
it's an inch or a mile.
so that's
Yep.
why start telling the babies that life's supposed to get hard when you go through the test. Cause that's to stop the suicide rate. Soon as they
Correct.
understand life's supposed to go get hard when they're going through the test, they already prepared for it mentally. You know, when the police get ready to go out into the field, they do something called briefing. In the briefing, they tell them how the atmosphere is on the street, what to look for, if there's a hot suspect on the loose, what to look for, what he was driving. So the police on the street, going out in the street, knowing what to expect. Why we not telling our children in this game of life what they need to expect in order to be successful? The more if you can manufacture your struggle and control it
Mm-hmm.
with your willpower, you will accelerate past everybody in your age group exponentially according to your innate talents. But nobody's telling us to gritting up. You ain't got no grit no more. All these motherfuckers is what they call pusillanimous.
Say it again, Uncle Rod.
They pusillanimous. Now go look that word up, and I bet you find it in the dictionary. And right next to it, you're gonna see a metrosexual.
Oh man. Oh man, I thank you for the knowledge, Uncle Rod. But I need you to answer one question for me.
X.
I, I had went to sleep and I had a dream of this Anunnaki woman. She came down. I was in a forest where I be going to get my elderberry from. She came down from the ship and the wind was just blowing. She came down and she came down with like a katana outfit on. It was all black. And she had some pretty eyes and pretty skin. She was beyond beautiful. And
Yep, that sounds like an Anunnaki woman.
yeah, and I had
The
put
only
out both of
difference
them.
when they be beautiful was one thing they gonna be normally they gonna be about 6'8".
Right.
They gonna be pretty tall,
Yeah.
but they gonna be drop dead fucking gorgeous, color of a Hershey chocolate bar with the motherfucking eyes. Nobody don't never ask why the Muslims wear the kohl around their eyes. They're imitating the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki was, whoo, them some cold motherfuckers, dog.
So on Rod, I pulled out both of my machetes and I said, "You ain't finna eat me." She said, "I am not. I am not here. I am not sent here to eat you." She said, "I am sent here to give you solution over pollution, and I am here to tell you, if you're not powered up by the time you need to be powered up, I'm gonna come back and power you up and put you where you're supposed to be." And I just looked at her like, "What?"
She telling you
And
she gonna come turn on your mitochondria if you haven't found a suitable female willing to turn it on.
that shocked me, Uncle Rod, and I was like,
They turn it on different. The way they turn it on, the women like they can control it from having years and years and years of knowledge of the ability that it was there, gave them a greater control. Some of the women on earth can control it. All you got to
What?
do is watch the men, because if the man starts shriveling up, the woman turned it off. But she can't. One woman alone can't turn it off. It got to be 3 or more in agreement that you in violation of universal law, and then they can turn your shit off, and you're gonna look like you a shriveling AIDS patient.
Dang, that's cold. That's cold.
I had to tell them,
Right. And
right?
Aunt Rod, give me some insight on like when you be dreaming of your teeth falling out. That mean like somebody gonna pass in your family, right?
That signifying losing a family member doesn't necessarily mean death.
What? Give me
When
some
you had a
insight on that.
dream, right? So they normally, some of people in some places believe it means somebody in your family gonna die. But it don't all death don't mean dead. Death means transition. So you like I got teeth missing. My teeth
Right.
came
I
out.
do. I do too, Aunt
It was
Rod. My
it was
my
tied.
gum came.
Yeah, it was tied to significant events that followed. I was able to read the event and who was involved by the tooth that came out and the circumstances around losing it.
Wow.
The dream is an art or it's just a 4-dimensional expression of the same energy. If you can read it in 4 dimension, you can read it in 3.
Correct.
But just because you can read it in 3 don't mean you can read it in 4.
Right. Aunt Rod, sometimes I don't know how I do what I do, but I do it. I do it. Cause
Just stay on your path, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
right. Aunt Rod, I'm gonna tell you one more story. I was on a dirt bike. I was on a dirt bike one time. I was on a KYZ 80. A little dirt bike like this, small like this. So I'm flushing it. I'm flushing it down this road. My homeboy told me to ride from the field, so I rode from the field. So as I'm going down this road, I'm doing like 35, 45 miles per hour on this dirt bike. So I'm flushing it. So I'm going down the street, and it goes like this, and it hurry up and turn like this real quick. So I seen a brown truck right there. So I kept flushing it. Everything stopped to me. Everything stopped. I seen my whole death flash before my eyes. I seen everything happen. I seen me hit the truck, come off the dirt bike, fly in the air, break the lady 1 inch window in front of her, like laying right in front of her, dead bloody. Gone. I came back to myself. I dropped my leg and turned the whole dirt bike and missed the truck. Yeah.
You know, um, I'm not going to go all into the meaning of that particular dream because they still in the comments talking about the last one.
Oh.
But my wisdom teeth was impacted.
Including my. They say, "Well, I still got all my, including my wisdom. I still got my wisdom teeth."
That's good. Yeah, mine was coming in. That's what broke all my teeth. My wisdom teeth came in, and it was pushing so hard it cracked teeth.
Yeah, it pushed
Yeah.
the force. It's the force. You need a crick in your teeth too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All my teeth used to be real straight when I was little. Um, except one tooth didn't come down.
Dang.
Anyway, when my wisdom teeth started coming in, top and bottom, they cracked teeth on the bottom and on the top. Fuck my teeth up.
Right. All
Right.
right. I got to tell you another one. Mama telling me to tell you this. Mama telling me to tell you this. So
Mm.
one day I went to sleep. I came to an all white room. Guess who I see? Mother T. Wart right. She was in a happy place, but she wasn't happy. Yeah. Yeah. And I was speaking to her, but I don't remember what I was saying to her. I don't.
Look, back in 2018, right before I started doing this stuff. No, it was before that. 2013, I had a dream, and I had killed these vampires in the basement of the parking structure with the aunt. When I went upstairs, I seen all my big mamas in the big ass line saying, "Baby, you did it. You did it. Come on in here." They was having fried chicken celebration for me. So if
That's
I
what's up.
was gonna be a vegan, I'm gonna have to wait till after that fried chicken ceremony. Then I could probably do it after that.
Right, right,
Big
right,
Mama gonna be they different chicken dishes, corn dishes.
right. Right about that. All right.
Yeah, that dream
Sure.
was a monumental. Man, I be having some dreams, dog. I be going. I be going on adventures in the dream like I be leaving the world, going to fight in other galaxies and shit.
Thank you. That's the same way it be with me. And it be realer than here. It be realer than this reality.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Look,
and I went to a peaceful place one day and I came back. I jumped out the bed. I jumped out the bed, Aunt Rod. And I be going through the quantum realm. I be going through the quantum realm. That's why sometimes I wake up soaking wet.
and
My girl
look,
be like, "What?"
Crowley talk about your holy guardian angel. That's your higher
Holy,
conscious self. That's the one you send to go get the answers to the questions you can't find in books.
correct.
When they come back, the answer occur to you, right? And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times when they come back, we not paying it no attention. So you got to train yourself to have that inner dialogue. So when the answer come to you, your higher self will say, "Hey, that's the answer you've been looking for." It'll pop up in your head. Boom. Oh, that's
Boom.
the answer I
Yeah.
was looking for.
Right. Like that little quote mark, like ding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you'll be doing something totally unrelated because your higher mind, as long as you holding it hostage, you can't find no answers.
Put in there. Nah, I don't ever feel no impact. Nah, I don't ever feel no impact because I know how to control my higher self to come back in my body smooth, calm, and collective. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I've had experience. I got kicked off the Astros.
What you
That's a
done
whole.
did?
That's
What
a
you done
whole nother.
did? What you done did?
Oh man,
Did what you?
I had. They told me I had a God complex. Take my ass back down. I got some more shit to learn.
Same thing with me. Like when I left the last life, when I came back in this life, I remember me coming out the womb. And I remember what happened in the last life. I only remember like a
Nigga,
half of it.
I still
So
remember doing flips in my mama womb. I could hear her talking to my daddy, talking about he in there jumping around like a little monkey.
oh man, Uncle Rob, I remember me sitting up in a womb like this. My
Nigga,
mom said I was sitting in the chair.
I remember
yeah,
that
like
shit, dog. I
huh?
remember because I used to be bouncing off the side of her uterus wall. To me, that was the motherfucking trampoline. I was in that bitch doing flips and all kind of shit. I used to hear him on the outside talking. Man, you can't tell motherfuckers this shit. They think you be crazy.
you sure is. Ooh, ooh. Oh man, all right. Ooh. Ooh, you got me today. Ooh, you sure did. Oh man.
She said, "Ooh, he's jumping around like a little monkey up in there."
Gorilla, baby gorilla.
Goddamn right.
yeah.
Flipping like a motherfucker. Look,
Yeah.
my mom was slick as hell. because she trained me to find shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I know good and goddamn well her keys ain't really lost and she know where they at, but she want me to look for them, so she put them somewhere. And then she suit me up like I'm the baddest motherfucker and finding shit that ever found some shit that was lost.
Right.
Got me looking for her shoes and shit. So that's
She wants you to be
programming that adolescent mind to find something.
your psyche.
Yep.
Yep.
She used to call me in to come here, baby, do this puzzle with mama, because can't nobody put no puzzle together like you do. I don't know nothing about no goddamn puzzle. It's only the first one I ever seen. But look, the power of her words resonate so deep. I ended up loving doing puzzles. Then I went to word puzzles and shit. Right now, I could sit in the crossword book all day long and be lost in that bitch, and be mad because I ran out of puzzles in that month.
On Rod, hold on, this serious. I don't mean to be fear mongering or nothing, but I guess spirit told me, it came to me a little earlier before you added me on here. It said the 14th and the 28th. That's all I got was the 14th and the 28th.
Yeah, that's nothing to fear.
Nah, it ain't nothing to feel, but that's
Now
all
I
I got.
already had a knock on the 14th.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow. I ain't even know that, huh? Right. You see, I'm just communicating with you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Wow.
how it comes. When we be talking and start vibing, that's when the messages start coming in.
Correct. It's the energy.
Yep, the channel open.
I don't know if I seen a red glap side of my eyes on right, but I seen something. But hey, I don't know, Aunt Rod. But Aunt Rod, I want to ask you a question. Another question.
Mm-hmm.
How could I connect with my grandma that's with me right now? How could I make a strong connection with her?
Spend time with her.
Yeah,
Look,
I'm always spending time with her. Look, mama.
look. When I mean spend time with her, I mean conversate with her. Find out what she like. Find out what make her heart happy. That's the connection. By learning that with your grandma, when you meet your chick, it's gonna make that relationship more communicable, where you can communicate better.
Right.
You know. She ain't on the other side. She here with him. He just want to be more close to her. You know. So you just spend more time talking to her. Ask her about her childhood. You know what I'm saying? Ask her about her mom and her dad. Ask her about her siblings when they was little. She got stories to tell your ass, boy. She ain't get this old for nothing. She got stories to tell your ass. Some of them gonna have you laughing, some gonna have you crying.
Mm-hmm. But
But
I got to get
that
through it.
bond that is created from having her tell you those things and asking her about them things is priceless.
Correct.
It's the same thing you're supposed to do with your girl. Get to know her. Ask her
Gotcha.
questions about her ambitions in life and shit. You know what I mean? But we think we know her, so we gonna try to tell her to do what I tell you to do. If we really knew her, we wouldn't have to tell her to do what I tell you to do. She'd be asking you what we need to do next.
Correct. Correct. Uncle Rod, you know you thought.
Yes, sir. I already know. Nigga, when I first came to myself, my higher self came to me, and I'm looking at this big bird beak motherfucker in front of me, man, I almost shit my pants in my dream. And he didn't talk with words, he talked with telepathy. I said, who is you? He said, I am you. I am Tahuti. And I was like, oh shit. And the look was so piercing. And then I was like, well, What you mean you me?
Right. So, so, so what it is when your shadow self done came to you twice already? Cause I done seen my shadow side when I was young, and I done seen it when I was at my middle age.
But first, it depends on what you mean by your shadow self.
Shadow self, I'm talking about like it. My shadow self, like I'm seeing when I was young. I came out my grandma's gate, and when I got to the end of the gate, a big shadow came across me like that. Woo! I was like, what the? I froze and I got the chills. And I came back to myself. I said, shit, I got to keep walking down the road. I kept walking down the road or whatever. I said, what was that? And I said, I ain't paying no attention to that. I kept walking. So, like, later on in life, like when I turned, like, about 17, 18, 19, my grandma told me don't smoke no weed in her yard. So I went outside and I rolled my shit up and I was smoking my weed. So I looked at the garbage can shadow. I looked next to the garbage can shadow. I see a human shadow. So I turned my whole head like this and I wiped my eyes. I'm like, man, I'm tripping. Man, this weed got me tripping. So I look back to the garbage can shadow and I look next to the garbage can shadow. I see the human shadow still and I look back up and I don't see nobody. I drop my joint, leave that shit right there and go in the house.
Look, shadows sometimes is somebody standing there outside of your field of vision. You can't see them with the naked eye, but they can still affect the light spectrum that you can see. Because when the light go through them, the spectrum that they catch casts a shadow.
Right. Right. And it was like about 6'5", 6'5", the height.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Some sister, my son, I saw a cat walk behind a car, come out the other side, a tall man with a top hat. Yeah, you know who that is. I don't want to touch that one right there. That's a hot topic.
Oh, right. Let me tell you about this one. So, how about that bitch at Leah came to me a time ago when I was young? I ain't know nothing about none of this. Ain't know nothing. He presented himself to me. I had a dream. I came to all white room. He came to me as a man, no, a woman first. He said, join my army. I said, no. He came to me as his devilish self. He said, join my army. I said, no. He came to me as a man. And I told him no, and he flee.
We can only ask you 3 times.
Yeah. But he worked through people though. He worked through his kind.
Oh yeah.
I can see that even in their eyes. And when they look at me, they give me some creepy look like this. I'd be like, what the? So I say, I ain't got time for that day. I don't. Better than that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, but I'm looking at the comments. They identifying the cat behind the car, Papa Legba.
Sounds like Papa Legba.
So, the Orisha come in families and rank. They don't send the highest ranked family member first. They send you in different waves. And when Legba calls Ogun, he opened up the way for Ogun. He show him what's going on, and Ogun come through and put it all on the floor. Bust that shit up. Right? Now these are archetypes in the that we play out in the real world. So when she said the black cat, I'm talking Black Panther. When she see him stand up with the top hat, Baron Samadi wear the top hat. Baron Samadi is the Baron of the Crossroads, keeper of the gate.